Hey everybody, it's Coach coming back at you. Well, we got news, right? And I guess it wasn't necessarily good news on the cruise news front. But yesterday, as most of you probably know already, Carnival came out with some new restrictions on their cruises. John Heald came on yesterday afternoon, I want to say about 11 Central, 12 Eastern time, and I actually tuned into it a couple minutes late. Um, but the headline or the subject said important news, and I was like, "Uh-oh, what is this?" Because I'm supposed to do a cruise this Saturday, August 7th, on the horizon. We came off the Vista and just last week, and fabulous time, fabulous excursions, just great all over. We weren't wearing a mask, had freedom on the ship. We did wear a mask in port, but my thing going into any of those cruises was I wanted to get away from the pandemic. We've lived through the pandemic for, a year and a half or whatever, mask everywhere, mask at work, mask indoors, mask in stores. And, you do that to try to help the situation and overcome this challenge that the world is facing right now, and you accept it and you do your part, and that's what it is. But that being said, I think one thing everybody can agree on the very controversial topic about COVID and vaccines and everything else like that is nobody likes wearing masks, right? Nobody likes it. Whether you're vaccinated, unvaccinated, don't want the vaccination, think something crazy is going to happen if you get the vaccination, so on and so forth. Everybody can agree on the one thing, and that is you don't wear masks. So I heard the John Heald news, and to be honest with you, sometimes I have a quick reaction, and I don't always think things all the way through the way I should. And prior to taking the first cruise on the Vista, that the mask debate was still an issue a month or so ahead of time. And so I had already made up my mind that if they were going to make us wear masks on the ship, I was canceling, and I was just going to reschedule, because that's not my idea of a vacation, is having a mask on all the time. Well, I immediately called up my PVP yesterday and I said, Thomas, I'm going to cancel. And yeah, and he said, well, hold on, we haven't even got the official notification yet or whatever. And I said, yeah, you know what? I said, it's not a vacation to me if I'm wearing a mask inside. Um, and he said, okay, well, let me talk to my boss to see what I can do, and then shoot me a text or give me a call back, and we'll get it sorted out for you. So in the meantime, I got to thinking, I got to investigate, and I did a little bit more research, and come to find out, as many of you probably also know, that the masks are indoors in crowded areas for the most part. So in elevators, if you're waiting in line somewhere, an entertainment venue, say you're watching a playlist production, something like that, those are the places where the casino obviously, because you're playing at tables or in slot machines close to people, and that's why they want you to have a mask. I heard yesterday also that the Vista, I don't know if other ships were included in this, but I guess the captain came on and said, hey, we want to do this mask thing immediately, and put that mandate into effect immediately, and even told people in the casino apparently that they couldn't smoke, which I'm sure made many of the smokers unhappy. Many of the non-smokers, probably that was one of the bonuses of having to put the mask on. But so anyway, like I said, I was initially going to cancel, and then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? You don't have to have the mask on indoors when you're not in a crowded area. It might be suggested that you don't have to have it on. So if you're walking through the corridors by yourself or whatever, you don't necessarily need to have a mask on. Once you get to a group of people, slide it up, slide it up on, whatever. The other thing is you don't have to have a mask on indoors when you're actively eating or drinking. And guess what? I got the Cheers package. So I'm going to be actively drinking, and it's a cruise. So I'm going to be actively eating a lot too. And then when you're outside, um, you don't have to wear a mask. So I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? This isn't so bad. We can make this work. It's still a cruise and everything. And if you'd have told me, prior to going on my first cruise that, it's going to be cruising as you know it with a few of these little bumps in the road, and it's all in the manner of trying to keep cruising going, which is something we all love, you know what, I would have signed off on that. So I'm happy to report that yes, I am going. We are 2 days away from cruising on the Horizon. I love the Horizon. Love the Playlist Productions, Celestial Strings, our favorite production. My wife and I are also big fans of vintage pop, in part because we dress the part. We love the Roaring 20s, and so my wife has some 20s type attire, and I got her some, the costume jewelry of the 20s, and she even has a like 1920s style wig. So be ready for that. We're gonna dress up for that, and I'll be sure to share a video of that when they have the production Vintage Pop, and we'll dress up. Maybe we can get some pictures and video with some of the dancers. Usually they're on the stage, talking to people, things like that. I don't know if they'll be doing that with the COVID and everything, but we'll see. The other thing, and aside from the mask concern, was my wife was having a difficult time getting around her work schedule. And it looked, as of yesterday at this time, like she wasn't going to be able to go. And if she wasn't going to be able to go, that obviously was a real big reason for me not to go as well. So that ended up working out. So everything's just kind of falling in line. And I'm looking forward to, getting out there on the cruise. We also have a couple friends. If you've seen all of my videos, if you go back to the father and son interview, James and Bobby, a few videos back, it's a really, really heart-pulling interview. And I got thrown a curveball that I was not expecting. I was looking fastball, and Bobby threw a curve at me, and it hit me. And it was a really good interview. Like I say, it pulls on your heart a little bit. But anyway, we had such a good time hanging out. They were supposed to go on the Horizon, I think it was August 21st. And they said, hey, we want to move up to August 7th, and we can all hang out some more or whatever. And we're like, hey, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, they'll be there with us. And I've already talked to some people in our Facebook group. We're going to do another pub crawl. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So really, really looking forward to it. I am in full cruise mode now, as I know, everybody is. When you're a day or two away from cruising, you just get that excitement going and everything else, right? And so looking forward to it. The ports we have Aruba, we have Curacao, we have I don't know which one's first, Amber Cove or La Romana, Dominican Republic. One of those is first, obviously, but I don't know which one. But those are our ports. I know in one of the ports we're jumping off waterfalls and sliding down waterfalls. Another one we're going to some all-inclusive island, and I think Aruba, we're going to do Eagle Beach. And yeah, just looking forward to a lot of fun and sharing it all with you. I want to thank all the new subscribers. I want to thank Derek from Island Time. For those of you that are subscribed to me but don't know who Derek is, Derek and Amanda, they run a channel called Island Time. And he's been doing it a few more months than I have, and he does a phenomenal job. Gets you daily cruise news whenever you want it. But he's given me a lot of tips and pointers and everything else like that. And he also shared on his station to come check out my channel. So I want to make sure I return the favor. So if anybody, that's with my channel and you haven't checked out Derek at Island Time and Amanda, his wife, they're turning out exceptional content, exceptional news about cruising. So be sure to check them out. That's all I have for you now. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get back with you. At some point here, I'm going to do my first live. That was another thing Derek said I should do over at Island Time. And I don't know. I feel a little weird about that because I don't feel like the subscriber count's high enough that, we're going to have that many people logged in at once. And I might be talking to like 14 of you or something like that, but I know you can watch it later and all that. But there is going to be a live coming soon. Maybe it will be on this Horizon cruise. I did get the premium Wi-Fi. It was terrible on the Carnival Vista. Hopefully it works better on the Horizon, but we'll see. So great speaking, getting this video out to all of you again. Please share in the comments what your thoughts are. I'd like to know, is mask a deal breaker for you? Is it, as I, like I said, I debated in my mind, is this going to be so bad? And I came to the conclusion it wasn't going to be so bad. I mean, is wearing a mask at all, is that a deal breaker for you? Or is that something that, yeah, you know what, it's not that big a deal. I can make it work. I'm going to have a drink in my hand. I'm going to be eating inside a lot. The rest of the time outside, you don't have to have it, so on and so forth. Now, August 14th, if you didn't hear, that's when you have to start testing. And I'm kind of glad that we didn't have to do that. I mean, they hit us with it just yesterday, so it would have been difficult for everybody to get testing for the August 7th cruise. I think that's why they did it. But they have had, excuse me, they have had some cases recently. I think all 3 ships, learned this from Derek yesterday on Island Time, are in yellow according to the CDC. I think that's take caution if green, yellow, red, right? You're need to take caution. So it's something that, again, they're trying to keep a hold of. They don't want cruising shut down. Obviously, they're a business. All the cruise lines have lost billions of dollars. So, they need to stay in business, and we can make some exceptions. That's just my opinion. Like I said, it took me a few minutes to get through that yesterday, but we can make some exceptions. They're not going to be that difficult to overcome. We'll still have an awesome time cruising. I'm going to have an awesome time. Anita's going to have an awesome time, and hopefully everybody we meet up with has an awesome time too. Everybody stays healthy and good spirits, everything else like that. So that's all I got for you. Like I said, it was great getting another video out here too. I hope to get one to you tomorrow and then the days to come on the horizon. So until then, Coach is out. Talk to you later. Have a great end of the week and weekend coming up. Take care.